Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Top 5 of 2024. We are welcoming Gina to the Legions Ladies Live group, and we're going to talk to her about what her top 5 figures for 2024 is. Um, hey, Gina, how
Hey,
are you?
good. How are you? Thank you for
I'm
having
doing
me.
good. Well, we are so excited to have you on. You recently started collecting legions, right?
Yep. And I mean, I would go with Terrence to shows and I would help him, get stuff. But I never collected anything. Like, I mean, when I was a kid, I collected stuff, but not as an adult. I've never collected toys as an adult. And talking to you at IshCon got me bit by the customizing bug. And so I started collecting stuff just to mess them up. Um, Terrence has all the good ones, all, in pristine condition. They are out of the boxes. They are allowed to breathe outside of the plastic. Um, but I buy them just to mess with them. So, yeah.
That's awesome. It was so fun getting to really meet you and getting to talk with you and Terrence at IshCon and just the back and forth that we talked about. And I'm still so new to customizing, but I love it. Like, it is a bug that bites you in the bottom and you just
Uh-huh.
go
Yes.
with
Well,
it, right?
it's so funny because it's like I had one idea and then I have another idea. And I have a book full of ideas. And like the other night we were sitting here and I don't remember what it was we were talking about, but it turned into a conversation about customizing a figure. And Terrence said, could you imagine doing da da da? And I was like, oh, I can. And I can imagine this to go with it and that to go with it. And that, and like I could see the dollar signs like calculating behind his eyes. And I think he was regretting that conversation starting. But it's fun. I pick up a figure now or I pick up an item and I'll get an idea, I'll get a burst of inspiration. And it's the craziest because, again, I've not been an artistic person ever in my whole life. This is all a brand new portion of my brain and my personality that has come out in the last, 6 months.
Yeah.
And like, again, Legion's Con, I walked up to the Ackerman table and I picked up one of Darla's capes and I was like, ah, I want to make the mage that I've played in WoW. And like, I don't know why, but it was just like it hit and I was like, I could picture the figure, I could picture, everything about it. And so now I'm getting a custom Darla Ackerman cape because I needed it tweaked just a little bit. And so that's now in the list of things. So once I get the cape, I'll go make the figure. But yeah, like I've got a whole book now of stuff. So because
So
I'll forget my ideas, so I have to write them down.
I don't know if anyone else has one, but my custom Darla cape is on my Duke Blue Devil.
Oh, nice.
Has the Duke Blue on the outside and
Uh-huh.
white on the inside.
Yep.
But yeah, she did that for me for my Duke Blue Devil, and
I love that.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yep.
Um, but this community fosters that. I mean,
Absolutely.
everybody in this community is amazing when it comes to customizing, when it comes to, talking about how they do things. Like, nobody hoards that information,
No.
or you're going to have to find that. No, everybody just
Right.
shares
Yes.
everything.
Yes. And
So,
so supportive.
right.
They're so supportive. Again, I remember, talking with you at IshCon and we were talking about swig and, how everybody was going to customize these swigs. And I had this idea in my brain for my swig. And again, I hadn't touched a paintbrush since I was a kid. So I'm like, it's going to look like a 5-year-old did it. I'll do my best, but whatever. And everybody was like, no, no, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. And then like they started talking to me about techniques. And I remember showing off different colors to different people going, what do you think? And everybody was just like so helpful, so informative. And it wasn't just, hey, go watch this video, which was cool that they did. Hey, go watch this video. And they linked you the video. They didn't go, hey, go find blah, blah, blah on
Right.
Google. They said, here's a link to a video that might help you. But also it was, well, this is how I've done it in the past. And they walk you through it. They talk you through it. I've never met such a giving community, like of themselves. Yeah, it's amazing.
It is such a fantastic community. And so I know for Christmas you got a bunch of stuff to customize. You got all the stuff.
All the things.
Yeah. And I was very blessed this Christmas as well. I got an airbrush and
nice.
And the airbrush.
The dark side.
Yeah, so I've been playing, and this is one of the color change.
Wow, look at that.
Paints, and I heard it did better in an airbrush, and it is gorgeous.
It's color shift.
Yep.
Yep. I love that's actually Alphaba's green. She's a color shift. And actually so is my swig. They're both color shift.
Right.
So yeah, like they're both color shift.
Yeah. It's
which
just
I love because it's got so much forgiveness.
Right.
In it because of the way that it catches all the light.
Right. So that's my next fairy. That's part of my next fairy that
nice.
And she's I've kind of put her on the back burner. I have a commission that
nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, like I don't want to do commissions. I mean, I don't mind it in the fact that like there's no direction, there's no time limit. There was no, basically it was you know, this is kind of what I want and these are kind of the colors. And you go with it from there. And so because
so you still get to make your vision. That's awesome.
So because of the colors and the theme that he wanted, it kind of brought me and my son together to be able to work on it together.
And that's awesome.
That's the reason why I took it. I was like, well, that would be something for me and Logan to do together and it would be fun.
Oh, I love that.
So we've been working on it and I'm so close to getting it done. But my fairy has went on the back burner because I'm trying to get that one completed.
That's awesome though. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
So I'm super excited, and I sent him preliminary pictures, and he is thrilled, like
yay,
so thrilled. So
oh, good. I'm so glad. That's awesome.
All right. Let's get into your top 5.
Okay.
And go from there. So we're going to start with 5.
Okay.
And go to 1.
Okay.
So what is your number 5 figure for 2024?
So my number 5 is this little Motu guy. He came in a 2-pack. I grew up with Masters of the Universe. Like I got Castle Grayskull for my 6th birthday. Like I grew up with Masters of the Universe. The He-Man is kind of, but I just love the Cringer. I love his little articulated jaw. Like he's adorable.
That is so cool.
I mean, he's not like super like amazingly articulated or whatever. I mean, he's not bad.
Right.
But I loved his little face.
Oh, that is so cute. Let's make you big so we can all see it good.
So yeah, I mean, he's got the best little face, and I love the jaw.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, he is. He's so sweet.
I love it.
Yeah, I would say that's why he's my 5.
Okay.
He's just cute.
And I believe was Kairos the Mythic Legion?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was like, I know that.
And I bought that for Terrence for his 50th birthday. I found it. And at that point, he was very new into Legions. And I didn't know anybody in the community at that point. I was not part of any of the groups or anything like that. But Terrence goes on the Ostradamus Clubhouse show on Saturdays. And so, I had been in the chat for that a little bit here or there. And like, I don't know which mythic legions he has, which ones he doesn't, all of this stuff, but I knew Cowardos. And so I had found a couple on eBay and I'm like, does this look right? Does this look like a decent deal? And Oz helped me, navigate that for the first until I got to know people. Now I know lots of people I can ask questions to, but Oz was the first person I could ask questions to behind Terrence's back to try to pull off a surprise. So yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 4.
All right. So number 4, everybody loves him. He's like number 1 for everybody.
Yes.
He's number 4 for me because I just actually started looking at him very recently when everybody started talking about, their end of year, favorite figures. And when I looked at his face, I got an idea. So now I have to find one. Because I can't take Terrence's. I mean, I probably could, but I'd have to replace it anyway. But I want to get a longer neck, and I want to turn it into Maleficent.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So that's my plan. I got to find one, and then I got to find. I had asked in one of the group chats, and somebody told me the name of a customizer, a 3D printer that makes the longer necks that would fit this. So that's going in the list.
that's awesome.
Yeah. But I just like, again, I love and part of me is going to cry when I do it, but I know that Terrence has this one, so I don't have to worry about it. But I love the coloring on him.
Yeah, we're going to make you big because
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. His color.
Like this color, this really beautiful blue and these like purpley blues and like the paint job on him is just amazing.
Isn't it
And
fantastic?
the little webbed feet, like I now have learned that I have a thing for action figure feet. It sounds so weird, but I love their little feet and like their little toes and yeah. It's and I like the fingernails too. So I don't know. Maybe it's a girl thing. I love the fingernails and the toes. But they put so much detail in them. And I love like, well, there's all these pauldrons and stuff in the way. I don't want to mess up his figure too much. But like, I love like all the little scalies. Like they did such a good job on him.
Yeah, he is amazing.
Yeah. And again, I think I have a thing for articulated jaws because I just think that it just makes them adorable.
It absolutely does. And he is in my top 5 as well.
I think he was in
not saying which one
5.
because we're gonna do that later, but
yeah,
he is in my top 5 as well. He is such a great figure.
I feel like he's in everybody's top 5. He's awesome. He's really, really awesome.
He really is. Okay, now let's go to your number 3.
Okay. So like my top 3 are like neck and neck. I might even change it as I go. We're gonna go with Bastet. I love her. I love her arms. Finding bare arms is very difficult. Finding bare legs is very difficult. Up till now. But I love her. She is probably going to become one of my fairies. But the figure itself is just really awesome. Like when I saw the armbands and the bracelets, I'm like, okay, that light bulb moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn them purple on the inside. And because the one fairy is going to be purple and pink. So the armbands are going to turn purple on her. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure she's going to end up with Thrace's face. Unless I do one of the Ghost of Christmas Past's face on her. But yeah. That's yep. So yeah, that's I haven't figured out which face she's getting now, but I was very excited to get my hands on. I actually now have 2 of her. But I've got like 4 fairies in my brain. So yeah. But yeah, she's gorgeous. She's such a good, and again, like there's this part of me that every time I take a paintbrush to one of them, I'm like, I'm messing up something so beautiful.
Right.
But it's so much fun and it's relaxing and I love it. And I love that, like I pick it up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to change that to purple. And oh, I'm going to turn that to, whatever. And it leads itself to allowing your imagination to run wild,
It,
and it's great.
it really does.
Yeah.
And like Sky, my first pixie was Bastette's
Yes.
body.
Yes.
Um, and oh god, it still breaks my heart when I think about that I sold her at Legion's.
Oh, you sold her?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
wow.
sold at Legion's Con, and
That's awesome.
it's
Because I
still,
know
I
you
mean,
said you were
like,
only selling her if you found somebody who loved her as much as you did.
well, and that, and yeah, I mean, and he seems to really love her.
Oh,
Um,
that's awesome.
if you want the paint mat, if you're trying to match her skin tone, I've
Okay.
got the paint match for that.
Oh,
So ask
sweet.
me about that later.
Thank
If you
you.
want to match her skin tone, if you
Okay.
want to change her skin tone, then that's fine. But
Okay.
Sky, I matched her skin tone, and David Williams gave me the match. I mean,
Awesome.
it is
Yeah.
perfect. Like, it is a
Thank you.
great, perfect match.
Yes.
So just FYI, I have that for you. We'll get together
Okay.
at some point
Yay.
if you want
Thank
to.
you.
If you want to keep her skin tone.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect.
yeah, she's gorgeous.
She is
So,
gorgeous.
yes, she is. All right. So, number 2.
Grace. I mean, her face is just gorgeous. Her
It
face
really is.
is
And I'm going to embiggen.
absolutely gorgeous. They did such an amazing job with her sculpt. Like she's beautiful.
She is.
And that's the thing is like I always want my figures, it sounds so stupid, but I like to make them beautiful. And so it makes it, and I love that she came with multiple head sculpts.
Right.
So you're able to, multi-use her. Now, I don't want everybody to have her same face, but it's going to happen a little bit. She's probably Glinda's face is going to be Thrace. Elphaba is Thrace. But I can't wait to get the one that's coming in the new wave. I can't think of her name. Starts with a B.
Beluilith.
That's it. Her face is also gorgeous in all those pictures.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. I mean, and like I know some people said it's Thrace's face, but I actually like held up my Thrace to the screen, and it's not. It's not. She's got wider lips. Mm-hmm. They're both beautiful. I love the sculpt on her. I wish the pauldrons came off. But I love Thrace. I think they did such a great job with her. Her face is just gorgeous.
It is. It is a gorgeous figure, and I agree with you. Show her back up there again so people can see. She is gorgeous. I mean,
she's just beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love all the little details. I mean, you can't really see it with her hair in the way, but like all the detailing that they did in the stitching, like they just did such a great job with her.
They did.
They really did.
She is a gorgeous figure.
They are us. Yeah. All right. So that leaves us to numero uno. And of course it has to be this girl. I loved that we got our female ghost.
Right.
And I love that it's the bare arms, and I love that it's 4 bare arms. So we can get rid of the second set and move them to another figure, another custom. So I'm like, oh, and again, like the day that it went live, Terrence was laughing his butt off at me because as it came up on the screen, I'm like, it's a girl, and it's got bare arms. And he just got such a good chuckle out of how excited I was like jumping up and down. He was just like, what is going on? I'm like, no, I can customize. I'm like, holy crap, it has 4 bare arms. Oh my God, that, and like, then I'm sitting there trying to do the math, trying to figure out how many figures I need to get for different customs. And he was he got such a good chuckle out of me. So yeah, again, they did such a great job with her. Like, again, this face is just absolutely beautiful.
Isn't she gorgeous? Let me
She,
make you large
yeah,
again because we want to make sure to show
she's just
her.
like, her face is beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
They did such a great job like capturing movement with her hair.
Yeah.
The arms are great. Like, again, I love the fact that they've given us so many options um, for customizing. Like,
Yeah.
again, I'm going to turn her into 2 figures because it gives me those arms to work with on the other figures. I love the soft goods on her. Like, I just love that little embroidery detail. Like, they did such a great job with her. And then this wired cape is really awesome. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but like, they just did they did such a great job with her.
They did.
And the other faces that came with her are amazing as well. But like, again, I like my figures to be beautiful, and she absolutely hits that bill.
Yeah.
But what's funny is, again, I always make my figures pretty. I had a nightmare a couple months ago, and I got to backtrack. When I first saw, because I did see the, I asked someone to show me what their thing was, because I was trying to figure out if we needed to order extras. Because a couple people had posted like, you're going to be really sorry if you didn't buy any extras because of what the special gift is. So I was like, before they close out the sale, let me find out what it is. So I did ask, and I got it sent to me. And my first thought was, I make my figures beautiful. I have no use for this face. I'm going to end up selling it to somebody or giving it to somebody or whatever. Then I had this nightmare. I had this crazy, wacky nightmare. And now I have a new idea for a figure. I'm going to make nightmare fuel out of her. So she's going to be on my nightmare fuel custom. So yeah. And yeah. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. So I found a use.
I just want the hair.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, there's so many things, and I am with you. She is an amazing character to customize. I mean, everything about her is just ready for customizing.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I was so excited the day they launched her.
Yeah.
Or they announced her. Because again, we had all seen the teaser that Jeremy had put up, and everybody was making, their predictions. And we were in the car that day, and I looked at Terrence and I'm like, isn't it female sometimes? I think I've seen some iterations where it's female. Like, do you think they'd give us a girl? And they gave us a girl.
Somebody asked, maybe it was Legion's ladies, somebody said, hey, do you think they'll give us the female iteration of her?
Right.
And so, and I know this is going to irritate a lot of people, but figures are 98% men who collect.
Yep.
And so there just are not a whole lot of women who collect figures. So when you're making figures and you're trying to sell to the masses, you're gonna make more male figures than you do female figures because they sell better.
Absolutely.
And I know that. Like, this is just
smart business. Right.
They're in business to make money, and they're gonna sell a lot more guy figures than they are girl figures, period. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So when somebody said something in on the Cabal, I don't know if it was on the Cabal or if it was in Legion's ladies, but my first instinct was, no, they are not going to give us a female figure obscure. I mean, it's just not going to happen. They're not going to make that a woman. They're going to do it as androgynous, as, it would be a guy, but it would be very androgynous,
Right.
And then they ended up making her female. And I was as surprised as anybody because I was not expecting that at all. But when they revealed her, of course, I'm jumping up and down, and Kevin's buying the all in, and then Dorklayer comes on and shows me what was underneath all of her golf goods.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I need at least 3 more. So I get online and buy 3 more.
Yeah. Yeah. They did such a great job because it lends itself to so much.
Yes, it
It
does.
it makes all it makes the options unlimited.
Right.
Thrace, I adore Thrace, but because she's so armored, it limits what you can do with everything but her head.
Right.
And again, you can still do a lot with her.
Yeah.
I have plans to turn her into some fairies and stuff like that too, but you're limited because of the amount of armor.
Right.
Where she is so bare that it leads the entire world to possibilities. You can get all brand new soft goods for her. You can do anything.
Right.
So yeah, I've seen a bunch of people turn her into a tavern wench, which I
Yeah.
think is gorgeous. I love that.
And they're using Thrace's body for that. Either
Art,
Thrace or Artemis's.
okay,
So they're either using Thrace or Artemis upper in order to turn
okay.
her into a tavern witch.
Oh,
So there you go.
okay. All right, here we go. We got one more.
But yeah, the possibilities with her are endless, and
Yes.
I'm stoked. Like, I cannot wait to do my first custom with her. Of course,
Yeah.
she's on the back burner because I've got a couple to do before I get to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait. She's gonna
Yeah.
be
My next I'm finishing off my Oz series next.
oh,
So Glinda has to happen next. Which I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a Dorina that gets turned into Glinda.
that'll be
Uh, yeah, and then either that or Melina. I have both. But I'm thinking Dorina is gonna be easier for just the paint.
yeah.
And then I have Monkey King parts on their way, face, the hands, and the feet. And I'm going to use a swig body and make a flying monkey.
I cannot wait to see
I'm so
that.
excited. I'm so excited for that one. And again, it was one of those things where Terrence made an off the cuff comment, and I was like, never thought about making the monkeys. And he was like, what do you mean you never thought about making the monkeys? And I was like, I don't know. I just thought about Glinda and Elphaba. And I'm like, but now I need to.
I know.
Now I need to.
Yep.
So, and I debated buying a whole Monkey King, but then right after that, someone had just posted that they were selling some of their Monkey King parts. And I was like, well, that's all I need is the head, the hands, and the feet.
Right.
So Anthony Houseal actually hooked me up
That's
with.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you and Terrence are going to several shows this year.
Yeah,
And
we actually just
so
booked all the hotels this weekend.
did you? So
Yeah.
I haven't even done
I was like, let me just get these. Like, it doesn't cost anything to book the hotels. Let me get the hotels booked so it's one less thing for me to think about later.
Yeah, I haven't even done that. I haven't even thought about that yet. So you guys are going to Toylanta.
First we're going to MegaCon in Orlando.
Okay.
So that one happens first. That one's end of February, I think.
Okay.
But that one's local for us. That's a couple hour drive. So that one's easy. Then we're doing Toylanta.
Okay.
We're doing ZoloCon.
Okay.
We are doing Joe Fest.
Okay.
We are doing IshCon.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. And we are doing Legions Con. And depending upon what's out and time off from work and all of that stuff, we would like to do MesquiCon, but I know it's back-to-back weekends with Toylanta. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen. In a perfect yay kind of world, we would be able to make it to MesquiCon. But at this point, I don't think that's going to happen this year. That might be a next year one. But yeah, so we're hitting those other shows though. Yeah. Still a decent amount of shows.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we are doing MesquiCon.
Nice.
And then I think if I can work it out, we are, because Toylanta is not that far of a drive for us.
Right.
So we are talking about coming down for Toylanta.
Oh, yay.
So if I can get it worked out, I'm in the middle of trying to work that out now. So, and then, so if we do both of those, it'll be back-to-back weekends,
Uh-huh.
which is going to be crazy.
It's
But
so fun.
then, yeah, but then we're going to IshCon and then Legion's Con. I don't think we're gonna try to do like any of the others,
Okay.
just because it's gonna be so. I mean, 4 is a lot.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, hotels are not cheap.
They're
Gas
not
is not cheap.
right. Right.
Toys
Yep.
are not cheap.
Nope.
And we got to
No.
save for that stinking dragon.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. Well, it was so funny because like everybody in our family was like, what do you want for Christmas? And of course everybody got me art supplies. But for Terrence got a ton of Four Horsemen gift cards. I'm like, buy him a Four Horsemen gift card because he's got a dragon to buy.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah, I
So
think Kevin got
well,
one and I got one gift cards
nice.
for Four Horsemen. So
Nice.
but yeah, Kevin has a birthday coming up real soon. So
Okay.
maybe he'll get some more money to go towards that dragon because it's going to
Yeah.
be crazy. But
Yeah. I know. Well,
but
that
all of mine were like painting supplies.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I got every painting supply that I've ever thought to ask for. So, yeah. And again, it was, like everybody reached out to Curtis and Curtis gave ideas and, so it was really awesome. It was really nice.
That is awesome. Well, Gina, thank you so much for taking the time and talking with us. And I cannot wait to see you again at one of the shows. And of course, we will have you guys on Legion's Ladies probably before too long. So
Thank you, Tanya.
you're welcome. We're so excited. And I absolutely, I mean, I love just getting together with you and talking customizing
Me
because
too.
you and I have like the same aesthetic.
Yep. Yep.
So I feel like we can talk really good about all the things that we
Absolutely.
want to do.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
All right. And so we will be seeing you hopefully really soon.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Very excited to see you soon.
Thank you so much for coming on and telling us what your 5 favorites were from 2024. And everybody, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you guys later.